have a secret. Life is just not fun anymore. It's difficult and demanding. I have to wonder if this is all there is, you know. Click and scroll, rinse, repeat. I don't know, I feel like I'm running from the pain, like I'm putting it all back together when reality crashes in some Humpty Dumpty episode, you know. Am I a loser? Who knows? Let's try that again. We all have those days. My name is Coach Kat, and I'm here to invite you to a free, fun-filled 12-part series where I connect the dots, consult my trusty canine, and share some wisdom from my 16 years as a life coach. Remember, you're never too old to play, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back, my friends. You are watching the Coach Kat and Brother Moses show, and we just are so glad you've come to play with my furry friends and a tad bit crazy Coach Kat. Today is an important day because what I'm going to teach you is how to ride the roller coaster of life. So what we've been kind of programmed to do is to always focus on the positive. Well, that is a wonderful ideal, but life is the dark and the light. It is yin and yang in relatedness, not opting for one or the other. Let me just read you the definition of yin and yang from Wikipedia because it's said so eloquently, very Wikipedia style, that I think it will nail what I'm trying to accomplish here. So in Chinese philosophy, yin and yang describe how seemingly opposite or contrary forces may actually be complementary, interconnected, and interdependent in the natural world, and how they may give rise to each other as they interrelate to one another. What does that mean to us? It's not that you have to become an expert on yin and yang, or yin and yang, however you want to pronounce it. You, of course, please Google the heck out of it. There's amazing information about Chinese philosophy and what qualifies as yin, what qualifies as yang, including foods, emotions, structures. I mean, it just can be applied throughout. But what we're focusing on is not are we being more yin or more yang, though that is a legitimate conversation. What we're focusing on is how do we manage the highs and lows of our life. We've all had really positive experiences, and we've all had some pretty ugly, dark moments, but they belong together, and they actually serve one another. So what I want you to do, because, you know, this is like fast, we're speed dating, right? So I'm gonna be real quick here. I want you to get a piece of paper. You can pause this video and write down highlights and lowlights of your life. Just give me 4 of each. So on my highlights list is my son. So giving birth to Jackson and Jackson overall is a huge highlight in my life. Moving to Asheville, highlight. You know, meeting my husband. These are all highlights. And then I have some pretty significant lowlights, and I've made the list of those as well, just so you're kind of in the conversation. So how do we manage that paradox? How do we accept both the low and the highs? Highs aren't so hard to accept. Lows, on the other hand, we kind of want to forget them. Well, we don't want to do that. We want to use that fire as part of our alchemic process. We want to be golden, right? Let me show you something, because I love this. I love this. So plug, right? You know, you've seen these 2-prong babies. This right here, this 3rd prong is called a ground. I want you to develop a ground. So how do we do that? My recommendation, and that which I suggest to my clients, is that you have some form of a spiritual connection. That becomes kind of that low tone throughout your life that helps you manage those highs and lows. That's going to be balance. That's going to be center. That's going to be your reference to kind of pull it together and find some stable space to live in when those gusts are happening. And they happen for all of us. I mean, no one's going to get through this life without being knocked onto their tuchus, right? So what do? We're not going to get into the God conversation. If that is your piece, that is awesome. We're not going to go there. I'm going to go a little left of center. Surprise, surprise. We're going to talk about animal totems. And I just am going to tell you about mine because I love my animal totem. When I was first getting certified as a clinical hypnotherapist, we did a meditation and we were told to find our animal totem. And I was like, what? So it's a very interesting, simple meditation. But what I would suggest to you is pay attention to which animals keep showing up in your life. Whether that's in advertising, whether that's just, when you see a picture of an elephant pop up on an ad, when you're Googling, you just have to, pursue it. You're going to find that certain animals are just going to talk to you. And of course we have Moses as one of my besties, and I love to call him a polar bear. Well, that just is a perfect segue to my totem animal, which is the black bear. Okay, really cool black bear there. And you see I've put him in a yin and yang. Can I tell you the story? Oh my God. So just a week ago, driving to the airport to pick up my husband, and what jumps out on the highway in front of my car is a black bear. Now, of course, I did not hit the black bear. I was not meant to hit the black bear. I would have been devastated had I hit the black bear. Didn't hit him. Just came and then went off. And it was just me on the highway. When are you ever alone on the highway? And the bear was safe and it's all good. But these animals, whatever animal is your totem animal, will cross your path in the most absurd and unexpected of ways. And that's a story of the ground, the earth, Mother Nature, just weaving in and out of our lives, kind of giving us a gentle push in the right direction, a reference that neutralizes that hot and cold, that push and pull. You need to have a ground. So once you've got your list, once you've thought a little bit about your totem animal, I really just want you to decorate a yin and yang, simple. And if you do what I did, you've got to make sure that you put that piece. So this is in my yin, okay? I've put a piece of the bear here in the yang. And the same thing happens in reverse. There's white in his eyes, so I didn't get real technical about putting it here. But on this side, just put down all of those highlights and lowlights. Let them coexist. And let your totem animal take care of the rest. Because sometimes we just got to hand it over. Sometimes that roller coaster can make us get very nauseous, very dizzy, and we just have to let go. And that really is the moral of the story. Enjoy your roller coaster. Love you. Bye. This is Coach Kat and my very mellow sidekick brother Moses. And he's really answering the questions. I'm just, moving my lips. Okay, here's the question of the day. Hello, Coach Kat and Brother Moses. I've been having a really hard time figuring out how to stay present in my life. Any tips or tactics you would recommend? Yours truly, fumbling through life. Well, Fumbelina, what exactly is taking you out of your skin? Are there people, places, things, possibly even food that's sending you off to La La Land? You need to squash those bugs, sister. The next thing I would recommend is a morning ritual, possibly, to just get you connected. It could be something as simple as looking in the bathroom mirror and saying, this is a good day. It's sometimes really that simple. I had a client that carried around a red rubber ball, and on his breaks he would bounce the ball just to get himself back in his skin. So consider maybe carrying something with you that feels incredibly comforting. And the PS is that perfectionists are perpetual present moment offenders. And perfection, my dear, is for plastic, not for people. You hear me now? CatandMoses.com. Hoping to hear from you again real soon. Love ya. Bye.